Let's talk about the importance of regulating your nervous system when manifesting. We hear the nervous system regulation so often, everywhere. All creators talk about it, but nobody really understands why it is important. But one thing I'm noticing is that people are confused about why nervous system regulation is important and what does it do? Like, what is it? And by the way, I'm releasing my 12-week program very soon where we are delving deep into nervous system regulation. So nervous system is basically a set of neurons through which the body communicates. Nervous system includes spinal cord, brain, and a bunch of other cells. Our brain sends message to the body about a perceived danger. That's the main purpose of the nervous system. When a threat pops up in your reality, in your external world, how do you know that it's a threat? How do you know that you're presented with a danger? It's because of your nervous system. What we perceive, our brain sends a message to our body, or our body sends the message to our brain that, hey, there's a danger. That now we need to turn on the fight or flight response, which is a stressor. When it comes to the nervous system, there are two main components, parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous system. The sympathetic nervous system activates a stress response, which is a fight or flight. The parasympathetic nervous system is when we relax, and it's when our body realizes that it's time to recuperate and relax. So parasympathetic nervous system is good, where sympathetic nervous system stands for danger. So when environment shows us any kind of circumstance or situation that doesn't necessarily sit right with us, we will perceive it as a danger. Then we start to perceive it from that stress response, because it's important for your body to know that the danger is in front of you so that you can fight or flight, right? It's also important for our bodies to know when it's time to relax, meaning when it's late at night, when you're done with your work, the danger is gone. Your body understands, your body knows that it's a sign to relax and switch off. Now, the problem becomes when we overdo either of these. When we turn on the stressor, the fight or flight, but we forget to turn it off. Then another problem happens when the parasympathetic nervous system, which stands for relaxation, recuperation, peace, joy, stands for peace, like not moving, being slow, whereas fight or flight is like more so being agitated, on edge, right? Two extremes we're dealing with. So when it comes to the parasympathetic nervous system, it's also not good if we're doing it to the extreme, meaning if we are too relaxed and we're too lazy, The point of this is that when either of these, especially the sympathetic nervous system, which activates your stress response, when this is not switched off, long after the danger is gone, there was a danger in front of you, your body responded, but the problem becomes when we forget to switch it off. The danger may not be even here, but the fact that it impressed our subconscious mind and now we can't forget it. Think about it. We can't stop thinking about it. It feels to our body as if the danger is still present. Guess what? It programs your brain to filter everything from that state. So your brain filters everything around you from a perceived danger, if that makes sense. But you may not be dealing with danger anymore. However, your body is still thinking that, the bear is chasing. That's when this perception, the filter through which we're seeing, forms our assumptions unconsciously, right? And then we stay in the same fucking rut and we can't get out. So this is why regulating your nervous system is important, because the thing is that you may have had a dangerous situation or something that was the opposite of peace. So our bodies actually don't need to see a bear or a lion or tiger or a thief, to go into fight or flight. Nowadays, we can just watch news and we can activate fight or flight. So the problem becomes when this shit is constantly on, and then you're trying to manifest. Of course, your perception will not go to your manifestations. It's hard to form good assumptions about yourself, but it's your birthright. You should be forming good assumptions about yourself. Who else will, right? Normalize forming good assumptions about your reality. Why do we constantly need to? This is because our nervous system is dysregulated. That's why it's really, really important to regulate your nervous system before you try to imagine, visualize, or do anything, or even affirm. Affirmations won't work because, imagine that your body perceives a threat. Okay, let's say that your SB is not texting you and your body will perceive it as a threat. Then it will signal to your brain that it's not safe here. Then your body turns on that stressor, your muscles start to tense, right? Or your stomach, the stomach actually, stomach problems, when it comes to stomach problems or gut issues, especially bloating, IBS. I used to have IBS. Oh my God, this is like a number one sign that your nervous system is off. So that's how our bodies react. But like people stay in the dysregulated nervous system for like months or years. Like that becomes their new homeostasis, which is, a default state, not a natural state to be in. But the problem also that today's doctors, the conventional medicine, right? They say that stressed state is actually a natural state for a human, and it's not. Just because times have changed, the external world got more dangerous, it got really like look, there's so many triggers for us. Because of the world changes, they reframed it into saying that being stressed is actually our default state, and it's not. It's because we came before all these systems and economy and all of that shit, right? We were back then running from bears, running from tigers and shit, right? And now who are we running from? We don't even know, because everything triggers us. So realize that when you regulate your nervous system on a daily basis, like when it becomes something you do every day, like you understand when you're stressed and you know how to regulate yourself, like you either do meditation, breathing, yoga, whatever, or journaling. You familiarize yourself with a new state, which is peace, right? And the more you do this, the more you get in a habit of being peaceful. And then when something happens outside of that, it will be so unnatural for you to go into the fight or flight and stay there. It will be very unnatural because you've already trained yourself enough not to go there, right? You've trained yourself, you've cultivated a safe energy, a safe state, and you've entertained it long enough. Now the stress and fight or flight shit is not something that even makes sense to you. That's why we're doing it, okay? So that we don't allow our subconscious mind to form beliefs and assumptions about our reality, because that's what creates the next moment. So I really hope this helps, and please follow for more and let me know if you have any questions. I love you.